So welcome back, guys, to We Talk Boxing. And today I'm going to be talking about the event which took place last night between the two best light heavyweights, that is Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. Now, the fight itself, obviously, it's over 24 hours now since obviously these guys fought, and it was a very, very good competitive fight on the night between both guys. But the only thing that kind of spoiled it really was obviously the scoring at the end of the fight. I'm a little bit disappointed. Obviously, I thought Beterbiev potentially would have maybe have done a little bit more. Probably would have hurt Bivol a lot more throughout the fight, and maybe even dropped him, or got a stoppage or a knockout. But it wasn't to be. Dmitry Bivol obviously showed good grit, good determination, had brilliant boxing skills, and is very durable as well. Um, and he proves that you know what I mean. He is up there with Beterbiev, and depending on, you know, I mean, different judges on a different night maybe would have scored it in a different way, maybe for Dmitry Bivol, but Artur Beterbiev was the man, and he is now the main man in the division. And talking about the scorecards, myself personally, watching it live there and then, I saw the draw. I saw the draw, but I, I wasn't disappointed with a Beterbiev win. The only thing that I was disappointed with was the actual one of the scorecards, which was very, very, very wide. That was the only thing that kind of made me think really like something's up there with that scorecard. But yeah, let me just go through the scoring. I think one judge had it 115, 113. The other dodgy judge had it 116, 112, and then the third judge had it 114, 114. As I said, the 114, 114, yeah, fully I could see that scorecard. Yeah, whereas the 116, 112 caught me off guard because I'd definitely say that after 4 rounds, watching it live, Bivol was winning. I'd probably say 3-1. I had the fourth round I scored it myself for Beterbiev, whereas other people scored it for Bivol. Now, the other rounds after that, Beterbiev was getting into his groove after the fourth round. To me, it seemed as if he needed a few rounds to kind of wake up and kind of get going. But what he certainly was doing to Dmitry Bivol is that he was pressuring him, and that pressure started to come from round three. And Beterbiev was letting his hands go. He was catching Bivol with these small little shots here and there, which he was breaking that distance. He was gauging that. He was trying to find that distance between him and Bivol, and he was putting that pressure on, closing down the ring. And what Bivol did very well, he throughout the whole fight, that he was catching Beterbiev with the cleaner and better shots, and for me the harder shots as well. So he was the man that was looking like he was carrying the power, but Beterbiev is one of these guys that you can't keep him off him. He's there. He's in your face. He's on your chest. He's not gonna let you. He's not gonna let you breathe. And Bivol struggled with that really in my eyes. And some of the rounds where some people gave the rounds to Bivol, and I myself personally watching it live scored it to Beterbiev, were very, very close. And as I said, different judges would have gave it a different way on a different day. So I'm not disappointed with the actual result. I'm just disappointed with that one scorecard. Personally, if the scores would have been read out and it would have said, let's say 115, 113, or 115, 114, and 114, 114, I would have. I'd be coming on here and be like, well, it was a close fight. It's one of them. But just that final judge's scorecard was the most disappointing thing on the night. The fight wasn't as exciting as what I potentially thought it was going to be. But for a hardcore boxing fan like myself, it was very, very good to watch the clash of styles. You got Bivol, obviously the more slickier the fighter. He's able to box that distance, able to box that close range. And then you got Beterbiev, who can box that range, but prefers his work close to the man, cutting down the ring, pressuring his guy, and gauging that distance before letting his hands go. The one thing that was disappointing from a Beterbiev point of view is that I didn't feel as if he had the power to hurt Bivol. And that's because Bivol didn't allow him time to set his feet. Every time Beterbiev was catching Bivol with 3 or 4 little punches, and you're thinking, oh, he's going to have some success here. Bivol was gone again. And then, again, Beterbiev would close down the distance, let his hands go with 3 or 4 shots, and then Bivol was gone again. So, yeah, brilliant fight from my point of view. It'd be interesting to see what goes on again in the future. But I could see a rematch, and the only reason why I couldn't see a rematch is if maybe Beterbiev moves up weight or maybe he retires. He didn't look great on his feet. His legs looked really, really slow. And again, prior to the fight, I didn't realize that he had a meniscus injury. So for me, if I knew that, that would have probably changed my mind in terms of who I felt was going to win the fight. But yeah, brilliant fight. It's one that I'm definitely going to have to watch back, and this time as I'm watching, just rescore it just to make sure, obviously, that what I'm telling you guys is what I'm 100% feeling, because as I said, I've only watched it back once, and yeah, this is just my initial thoughts. But I think going forward, when they obviously do put the full fight out on their channel, BT or Sky or whoever puts it out first, I will watch the whole fight back, and then obviously give you my a different reaction to the whole fight. But yeah, close fight, disappointment for Dmitry Bivol, and yeah, Dmitry Bivol goes forward. He's still young and he still could come back, and Beterbiev is on the older side now, so it just depends on how he sees his future. But you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know what I mean? How did you score this fight? It was one of them fights where subjectively people are going to score it in different ways depending on what they like. But the most important thing really is how the judges score it on the night and what they like to see. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe and comment. Bless.